As you can see, this is the Xbox 360 version of Red Dead Redemption. I'm playing it on backwards compatibility on the Series X. This means it should be able to reach 4K 60 frames a second. Thanks to editing limitations on my end though, the video you're getting is only going to be, 1080p, 30 frames a second. It's best I can do at the moment, I'm afraid. Anyway, while there is commentary, I'm gonna do my best not to talk over dialogue or important stuff like that. Anyway, I think I'm gonna jump right into it. Single player. We have this, I might do that afterwards, but we'll start with the main game, Red Dead Redemption. A save could not be found. What would you like to do? Create a new save. Gonna have to play with the options when I get the chance as well. Ooh, this looks retro. I forgot to mention my internet is a bit dodgy at the moment, so hopefully this works. Exodus in America. That's our mission. First one. I was going to do some streaming actually on this day of recording, but my internet's just been, but whatever. You could probably guess they're not a bunch of friends, are they? This game was actually released quite a long time ago now, 2010.
Well, I, for one, am grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for governor, which is why he's so concerned with cleaning up the state.
Nate Johns.
Yes.
His family is nothing but hillbilly trash that came here after the war. I don't want to be judgmental, but this state should not be ruled by such a disgusting family. A family without class.
Apparently. The Johns family have made a lot of money, and he has a lot of friends in politics.
Mrs. Bush, money isn't everything. There are many things that money cannot buy.
It seems that money can buy voters, though.
What you must remember, my dear, is that we have been brought here to spread the word. And the word and civilization, they are the same thing. They are the gifts. It is the opportunity we have, the chance to live among people who are decent and who do not kill each other. And who let you worship in peace.
It's so confusing, Father. Sometimes I find it impossible to make the distinction between a loving act and a hateful one. I mean, they often seem to be the same thing.
Yes, Jenny, it is confusing. But you only have to ask me if you need help.
Indeed.
Well, here we are, Mrs. Bush. Armadillo.
Okay, we're up to some gameplay. Use left stick to walk around, right stick to look around. I should be able to get to grips with the controls pretty quickly. Although it has been a while. As I was saying, 2010 this game released. It's actually much closer in release date to the original Red Dead Revolver, which I also have a playthrough of, rather than Red Dead Redemption 2, which is much more recent. But it definitely has more in common with the second game. Yeah, it's free mode. In fact, a lot of the map is actually... A lot of this map is available in Red Dead Redemption 2. Smoothened up a bit, touched up, but yeah. Is there anything I missed? See, I don't usually like to have a really long intro because I tend to go on a bit. This, as you can see, it follows John Marston. It is set a few years after the events of the main game. Sorry, a few years after the events of Red Dead Redemption 2. I don't know what I'm saying there. Alright, let's just move on. Here we are at Armadillo. And we've just got to get to the saloon. Got a drunk there.
Marston! Mr. Marston, over here! You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends, but pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
So Jake is our guide then. As I said, it's been a very long time since I played this, so a lot of the story I won't remember. There'll be bits that I do though.
Pacific Union Railroad,
Well, here, let's mount up and hit the trail.
Okay.
Careful.
Easy on
Oh,
the first
sorry.
now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Go!
How do I match his speed? Was it hold A? Hold A. Alright.
Hey! Slow down!
Brushes up nicely for a game of its age, actually.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind me saying.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. All kinds of soldiers around back then.
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is. So what are you doing up at the fort?
I'm looking for an old friend.
Well, like I says, you ain't gonna find many folk around those parts these days. Those you do find are about as sociable as an ulcerated back tooth. I mean, I ain't one to judge a man by the company he keeps, but...
Well, he ain't been friends for a long time.
Oh, sorry. I thought that would change the camera angle. It's been a long time. Anyway, there are some things here I got from early DLC, actually. A warhorse. I think I might have golden guns. Mainly cosmetic stuff, though nothing that will affect the game too much.
Deal. Are you planning on spending any time in Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you can do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are, not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hole up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Okay, It's a nice game still. I see a lot of...
Oh, it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
I see a lot of people asking for this game to be remastered. Personally, as long as it's playable like this, I really don't see the need.
Whoa there.
Hold on.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you're better off not knowing.
I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Come on, Mr. Marston, no need for that.
Pressing B, but
Almost there, Mr.
it's
Marston.
not doing
Just
it.
over this hill.
Ah, hold. Okay, I think we're about here anyway.
Let's go. Ooh, there.
Fort Mercy, yeah.
Listen, mister. This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend. You have yourself a good time.
Alright, we approach Fort Mercer. I think we leave the horse behind for now, I think. Why people say this game needs remastering is really beyond me, to be honest, but anyway.
Bill! Bill, I've come for you! Bill Williamson! Come out here right now!
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh. Do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you, think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implored. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well?
Oh. Poor Jim.
He did reach for his gun, to be fair. You might recognize that woman from on the train if you were very perceptive, I suppose. There was a specific camera angle where they showed her. If not, that's fine. You'll get to see who this is. New friends, old problems. So I'm guessing we're technically on a new mission now.
Well, you're alive.
So it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarlane. Miss Bonnie McFarlane.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarlane. I don't know.
Huh. So what were you doing?
I was trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And, what will you do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic.
Oh.
Just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later and help me patrol the perimeter? You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
So she says we're quite heroic. This is pretty good. He's not feeling so great, I don't think. Joiner? Okay, we will join her in a moment. If I remember correctly, this will be our little safe house. I did say it had more in common with Red Dead Redemption 2, which is more similar to the GTAs, really, rather than old Red Dead Revolver. That one is quite different. I like it, though. It's definitely worth a watch. Well, a play, rather, but if you don't want to play it, yeah, I have my little playthrough to watch. Anyway, we're at Bonnie's ranch. Let's go and meet her. Yeah, your gun wouldn't usually be gold. I think that's because of some early bonus little DLC thing I had. It was a long time ago.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Figured it's about time I started paying back that $15.
I sure can use an extra pair of hands round here. Let's see if we can get you back in the saddle.
I'm not sure he's up to going back in the saddle, but we'll try.
There's the foreman's office. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss McFarland.
I picked out a fine horse for you. Come on, boy.
So this is our new horse.
See what a real ranch looks like. To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Okay, there the general store is. Please move it. I don't want to run someone down.
And here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase. That's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished.
Whoop.
Bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better.
Why does sudden speed up? I'm not sure.
Yeah! That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Press X when near a kitchen post to save your horse. You can only save one horse at a time. Kind of like a garage in GTA.
What are you waiting for? Come on, I don't fight. How about a cold drink, Mr. Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot, then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house, and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
I want to see just who is trespassing on our land.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's head out. The country is really beautiful at around this time. Come on, then. Let's mount up and take a look around.
So we've got a rifle now and we're doing a sort of night watching, I think.
Easy now.
She's also this goofy gold color.
Let's
Oh
go.
well.
Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again. Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Not getting a lot of space here. I'm gonna end up in the fence.
God damn it, these rabbits are at it again. Come on, let's get rid of them once and for all.
Ah. Oh. Okay.
Get your rifle out. It's about time these little thieves met their maker.
So this is a way of giving you some target practice.
Better at shooting rabbits than outlaws, I see. Nice shooting.
Aiming with LT will snap the target closest to your crosshair. Okay.
Much obliged for the help. Them rabbits can be wily little critters. Mount back up. We should check out the rest of the ranch.
Alright. Unless I've taken her horse by accident, I think I've mounted again. They're a bit dumber than I remember them being NPCs. Alright, she found her horse.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. If it's not the rustler stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a big city. Become a lady of leisure.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals.
Alright. Oh good, I need to slow down. Alright, it's not really let me mark any targets or shoot. Oh, there we go. Right, I need to move. Oh, this is just a bit fiddly.
That coyote won't be back. Yes, he got one.
Oh yeah, they got a chicken.
Well, we got rid of the coyotes. I just wish we'd saved all the chickens. Come on, I'll show you the way to your room.
I kind of wish I'd saved all the chickens myself, but it's been a long time. I'm not used to these controls.
You can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
You get separated from your horse, it will return to the hitching post outside of your house. So I'm sure he just appeared out of thin air. Yeah, it's basically like the garage in GTA.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life. Get some sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
You can sleep in the bed in your room to save your game. If you sleep, you will wake up 6 hours later. You can also pick up extra ammo from the trunk in your room. So they're telling us about gun stores. Some people even dealing valuable information about the surroundings in the form of maps or newspapers. So I'll have a look at that in a moment. Let's get some ammo. I will probably save in a moment. I think we can do that without kicking anything off. We have, well, outfits. These, again, are all from sort of early DLC, I think. Some of them need special tasks done, though. Not sure what all of these are. We'll just stick to that. Have a look at our map. You have a train that goes around the map all the time. There's a little loop, if I remember correctly. I'm not seeing anyone to buy maps and things off, but I see her next mission there. I think I'm going to save and call it a day for this part. I know it's a much slower paced bit, but it does heat up the game. I hope you stick with it or you enjoyed it. If not, then, you know, that's just life, really. Anyway, if you want to see the next part, it'll be in the bottom right of the end screen, coming up just after I save.